I'm doing your Sunday messages for Sunday, November 28th, 2021. We're almost in December. I'm super excited. Okay, so I always start with a prayer card, so I say the prayer 3 times. Yes, I do. So I'm going to start with the prayer card like I always do, and then I will start with the Sunday messages. So I do read it 3 times, so if I sound like a broken record, sorry about that, but this is how I do things. Also, don't confuse this with the tarot card of the day for the 28th. It's already posted on both of my channels, Jamie Zebra 23 Tarot and Jamie Zebra 23. Also, I have a third channel, a third tarot channel. It's Missing in Action Tarot. If you guys want to go over and like, share, subscribe to any of my channels, if not all, it's up to you. It's your choice. Yep. Also, these messages are intended to be positive messages, but occasionally a negative message will come out. I do use multiple tarot card decks. Yes, I do. Also, just quick disclaimer. This is not to take anybody away from their church. This is not to take anybody away from their religion of choice. This is non-denominational over here. This is spiritual. This is for everybody. Anybody can participate or not participate, watch or not watch. Nobody has a gun held to their head. Everybody has free will, right? All right, so Jamie Zebra, I am Jamie Zebra 23, by the way. Hello, everyone. I hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving, lots of turkey. I hope everybody was full and happy. All right, so the 23rd Psalm. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my forehead with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Through Jesus' name, amen. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my forehead with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Through Jesus' name, amen. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. He leads me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. You prepare a table before me in the presence of my enemies. You anoint my forehead with oil. My cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. Through Jesus' name, amen. All right, guys, so let's see what we got going on here. I use several tarot card decks. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm going to be talking about some topics today that maybe are make people uncomfortable. Maybe, it's a little bit over your head. Again, nobody's holding a gun to anybody's head, but I just feel like I need to get this out. So there's a lot of things that people, ever since I've been posting my videos on Facebook, I have people from my small town that are messaging me about things that maybe they don't know about or they're curious about. And sadly, I can't message everybody back. I'm just too busy. I can barely keep up with my orders that I have coming in from the website. And then, I've got personal readings. I've got things I have to ship out. I've got videos to record. I've got kids to take care of. As you guys know, I've got a special needs child who's got a lot of medical appointments. So my day is packed. My nights are packed. I don't get much sleep. So I can't individually answer people's emails at their beck and call. Unfortunately, I cannot do that. So I want to talk to you guys about energy vampires. What are energy vampires? Well, there's multiple types of energy vampires. Their energy vampires can come from entities, demonic entities that can come into your home, can come into a workspace, any space, your vehicle, that literally drain you or make you think crazy thoughts and make you... So for example, an entity could drain you of your energy, but then there's other entities which are disincarnate. So that could either just be in form of a demonic spirit, or it could be in the form of maybe somebody who was terrible, who passed away, who's still roaming around doing bad things. So all of that is possible. Yes, it is. It's true. It's real. You don't have to believe it, but it's true and it's real. So maybe some of you, you're like, every time I get into my car, I just have a panic attack, or, you know, I feel sick to my stomach, or every time I get into so-and-so's car, I just feel messed up. Like, I don't know. I just don't feel right. I can't think straight. Every time I go to work, I feel drained or sick. Yeah. And then energy vampires could come in the form of humans. Maybe when you hang out with your mom, you feel drained. Maybe when you hang out with your brothers or sisters, you feel drained. Maybe you got a best friend who didn't always make you feel drained, but the past couple of years, every time you're around them, you feel worse about yourself. You know, I used to go to this place all the time and it was fine, but now every time I go there, it's, you know, I feel drained. I feel exhausted. You know, every time I talk to this person on the phone, like I just don't, I have to go to bed for 3 days. Like I just don't feel well. So all of those can be energy vampires. A good way to get rid of some of this, not all of it, but you know, because each situation is going to be different. So there's a remedy for each one. You know, simply reciting this 23rd Psalm can help. Reading the Bible can help. Praying can help. Cleaning your home with a little bit of ammonia. So low vibrational energies, demonic forces, they don't like, bad energy does not like ammonia. So as you guys know, ammonia is a cleaning fluid. Ammonia is very strong and it can be very dangerous. You can buy it at Walmart for 99 cents, a big bottle. But you only need one little capful to an entire bucket of water. Little cap of ammonia, big bucket of water. And you can mop your floors. Of course, if you have carpet, please don't mop your carpet. It's sad I have to say this stuff, but if I don't say it, people will be dumping water all over their carpets and then say, Jamie, now what do I do? My carpet's flooded. Don't do that. If you've got hardwood floors or linoleum floors or whatever floors that can be mopped, do it. If it can't be mopped, it can't. You can wipe down your countertops. If you don't have countertops, don't. Wipe down your front door, the inside and the outside of your doors, your window sills. That's a good way to kind of get the energy to get out of your house. Of course, if you work somewhere, I don't know if they would be okay with you doing this, so don't do anything to jeopardize your job. Also, another thing that you can do there's free Reiki videos on YouTube. So if you are not I'm a Reiki master. If you're not a Reiki master, if you can't do these things on your own, you can always go to YouTube where they have free Reiki videos to get rid of parasites. Parasites meaning spiritual implants, parasites, things like that. You can also watch a video for energy vampires to stop the energy vampires. Also, there's entity removal videos, free ones on YouTube. You know, if you're going to have somebody come into your home to clean your home spiritually, make sure that they are, you know, make sure that they're qualified. Make sure they know what they're doing, because you don't want someone coming into your home and bringing worse energy, bringing all their dark energy to pile on to what you already had. So just make sure the person is, just do your homework pretty much. Do your homework. I mean, I'm not telling you guys not to have somebody come, but just do your homework, because I know some things. So I wanted to talk about that topic. Now I also want to talk about karmics. Karmic ties, karmic soulmates, karmic situations. How do I know if this person's right? How do I know if they're wrong? First red flag is if you feel butterflies, if you feel nervous, if you feel scared, if you feel like, I don't know if I feel like this because I like them or if it's because I'm afraid of them. All I know is when I'm around them, I feel nauseous, I feel triggered, I feel anxious, I don't feel like I can be myself, I don't feel good. It's one thing if you're like a 13-year-old and it's your first movie date, fine. But if you're a grown man or a grown woman and you don't have an anxiety issue already, and now all of a sudden you do when you're around this person, that's a red flag that this is not the one. There's nothing wrong with being overly attracted to somebody. There's nothing wrong with, lusting. Well, I mean, that's not ideal, but I'm just saying there's a difference between lust and a karmic. There's a difference between lust and a soulmate. There's a difference. So if it's just lust, then that's it. That's a category in itself. But if you're meeting somebody and you're like, I don't know, I just feel like a funny feeling or a weird connection, make sure it's a good connection and not a bad one. Because sometimes people come into your life, these karmics to teach you a life lesson and or to see if you've learned the lessons, if you're going to repeat a lesson. So, you know that saying, every person in every situation is either a lesson or a blessing. I believe that to be very, very true. So if somebody's, you know, you could marry your lesson or you could marry your blessing. You could, you know, a job that you take could be a lesson or a blessing. That person, that hitchhiker that you put in your car could be a lesson or a blessing. You have to use discernment with these things. One false move could change your whole life. You know, if you marry the wrong person, you could end up like, what's her name? Poor Shanann Watts. You know, you could end up like Lacey Peterson. You could end up like, I don't know, the guy that Jodi Arias got. You could, I mean, even, I don't want to be controversial, but he was kind of toying with her a lot. He knew she had problems and he kept poking the bear. I'm not saying he deserved to be hurt, but I mean, don't mess with people with mental health issues because, you know, they'll snap. So he knew she had problems. He knew, and he was stringing her along. But anyway, so I guess that's a different, I don't want to put that with the Lacey Petersons or the Shanann Watts because those, yeah, those were innocent victims. I don't think that guy was an innocent victim. But anyway, back to the focus of this. So if somebody's going, so another way to tell if something is a karmic or a false twin flame, so I'm talking about romantically. Is if they go in and out of your life. If they're with you for 6 months, they leave you alone for 6 months. You know, they marry you, they're cheating on you the whole time. That's a karmic. So what happens is the universe will give you tests. So it's kind of like, have you mastered self-love? Have you mastered knowing your worth? If you've not mastered knowing your worth or self-love, what will happen is the universe will have a karmic come skipping down the street to see if you've learned. Have you learned self-worth? So are you going to put up with people being inconsistent with calling and texting you? Okay, check mark, haven't learned self-worth. Are you going to allow this person to disrespect you repeatedly? You will? Check mark, they didn't learn self-worth. So then you'll get kicked around by the karmic until the karmic is done kicking you around or until you wise up and get away. Then they'll send you the same person, but just in a different wrapping paper. Okay, here we go again. Karmic coming, skipping along. Okay, have you mastered self-worth? Yes, yet? Doing the same things that your ex did. You guys, so pretty much when you block that number, as soon as they show you the first sign of this, you block that number and you feel good about it and you don't unblock the number and you don't say, well, maybe I'm being too hasty. You know, my ex did do a lot of bad things to me. This guy's only doing half the bad things, or this girl's only doing half of what they did. That's a karmic. You didn't learn the lesson yet. So guess what? Kicking you around a little bit more. They're going to kick you around until you either walk away or they walk away. And then guess who's going to come skipping down the road again? Another karmic. This time, hopefully you learned the first time. Hopefully you learned the second time. But if you did not, third time, wow, this person reminds me of all of my exes. Huh. Yeah. I think I'm going to block the number. You learned. So guess who comes skipping around? Next, your soulmate. Your real twin flame. The real love of your life. It may take you 100 tries, but you got to keep going. And I know some of you might not want to hear this, but a lot of times we're a magnet for what we need to learn. So if you need to learn self-worth, that person is coming along to show you that you have not mastered self-worth, to make you master it. So just keep that in mind. Now, the weather's changed, so you guys know the drill. So for those of you that have been with me, you know what goes on every winter. I'm too hot, I'm too cold, I'm too hot, I'm too cold. So I'll turn the heat up high and then I'll be like, oh, and I'll be like, I'm sweating, I can't breathe, guys, I can't breathe. And then I'll turn it to cold and I'll be like, and then you guys will comment, Jamie, just leave it at 70. Just put it on 70 and put on a sweater. Just leave 70. I never listen until I break the thing. Okay, so anyway, so here we go with another year. I see this might be my karmic lesson I haven't learned. So, okay, so karmic lessons can also come in the form of your parents. Have any of you out there ever felt like, I don't think I belong in this family? I don't think I belong. Like, am I adopted? Like, is this really like are these really my people? Like, for real? They probably aren't. They're probably just karmics. For example, I know for sure that I come from a family of karmics because I'm the only one that doesn't want to lie, cheat, and steal. They call me stupid. They're like, wow, you found jewelry and you returned it? Oh my gosh, when I was growing up, like I would return to do the right thing, and then my mom would be all pissed off and she'd be like, why didn't you just give it to me? Go back and see if you can get it back. Go steal this or go steal that. They're not going to arrest a kid. Like, so I know for sure, because my mind just doesn't think that way despite my upbringing. I don't want to do anything like that. I want to do everything by the book, and I want to do it the right way. I'm not tooting my own horn. I'm just giving you guys an example of, a sign that you're in a karmic family. Maybe your family's super nice and honest, and you're the thief. You're the liar. Maybe, you come from a family of narcissists and you're not one. That's a sign of a karmic tie. So what you have to decide with that is, what have I learned from this? What am I learning from this? Do I continue to stay close to these people that are draining me? Or do I step away from these people, love them, but love them at a distance? So you guys have to make those decisions on your own. So that answers about the karmics, the karmic soulmates, the soul ties. So these can also be termed as soul ties, expired contracts, karmic soulmates, karmic twin flames, a false twin flame. There's so many terms for this, but this could be anybody. This could be the gas station attendant, anybody that you feel a connection to, whether it's a good or bad one. It's all karmically related. It's all karmically related. Have you guys ever met somebody who you barely knew, but they like saved you in a big dilemma? You were meant to cross paths with that person. Have you ever broken down on the side of the road and you knew nobody was coming, and then all of a sudden somebody came by with all of the equipment that was needed to get your car out of there? Do you think that was an accident? No. Places, everyone. That was a karmic situation. So a karmic situation can be good or bad, by the way. I was just explaining negative karmic situations. So some of you could be meeting, the husband or wife of your dreams, man or woman of your dreams, friend of your dreams, somebody who could change your life. As I mentioned a few Sunday messages ago, like Ike and Tina, for example, again, Ike and Tina Turner. So Tina Turner needed to meet Ike. They needed to cross paths. They needed to do this in order for Tina Turner to make it in the music industry. Nobody would have, she needed someone like Ike to do this. Ike was an abuser. Ike was horrible, terrible human being. She was supposed to get the music off the ground and then go with a record label, break off from him, move past Ike. But she decided to continue on an expired contract where she suffered immensely, beatings, teeth knocked out, broken bones, embarrassment, lost friends, had karmic children, took on karmic children that were not her own, took on burdens that never should have been hers because she decided to go along with an expired contract. So that was a karmic situation. He probably harmed her in a past life. And so this was his way of making amends, but she was supposed to run away from him, and she did not do that. She still kept going. She still kept going. So now that we've talked about that, I want to talk about religious factors and why it's important. It's good to respect people's beliefs. We can agree to disagree, but you know what? If you're going to have a relationship with someone, be married to someone, bring children up, upbringing, you're going to need to have the same beliefs, at least somewhat of the same beliefs. It's one thing if somebody's like, I don't really believe in anything, so you believe in you, and I'm not going to, say anything about it. But it's quite another if somebody's like a hardcore Catholic and then somebody else is an atheist. It's going to be very difficult. So some people are like, well, I love you enough to overlook that. No, no. Don't believe that. If somebody says that to you, don't believe them. No, Because what's going to happen is when the googly eyes and the beer goggles wear off and the honeymoon stage is over, they're going to say, this really bothers me. I need for you to convert. I need for you to convert right now. I need for you to do this. I need for you to do that. It's not going to work out. For example, I'm into tarot, metaphysical. I'm into manifestation. I am a believer in God and Jesus Christ and the angels and the angelic. I try to live my life the best I can. I try to do right by my actions. So I'm not I guess what you would call a Sunday Christian, to where they do terrible things all week. They're racist, they're hateful, they hurt others, they lie, cheat, and steal all week, and then they go to church on Sunday and go, oh, praise the Lord. No, I live by those rules every day, every single day, 24 hours a day, not just when people are looking, but every day. Again, not tooting my own horn. I'm just giving an example. But I have men all the time that say, I'm against everything that you do, but I would love to marry you. I want to take you out to dinner. I could see us, being a couple, being a team. You're just like the most beautiful girl I've ever seen. I'm very wealthy. I could give you anything that you ever wanted. I have men throwing themselves at me all day, every day. Again, not tooting my own horn, but I'm just saying, I know for sure that that's not true. I know that you can't be 100% against something and then a year from now not mention it. 2 years from now, 5 years from now, that would probably be grounds for our divorce in 10 years. As well, I just couldn't get past the fact that this is what she does for a living, or this is her beliefs. So don't believe it when people say that. Try to find somebody that's compatible for you. Compatible. That means that you're like-minded. You don't have to exactly believe every little thing, but when it comes to the big stuff, such as religion, spirituality, politics, you can't be a Trump supporter with, with a Democrat. You just can't. It's not going to work. One stands for, they stand for the complete and total opposite. So no offense to either side. I'm sure you guys know what side I'm on. Black woman, human rights, love everybody, all inclusive. So, it's obvious what side I'm on. Okay, so anyway, yeah. Okay, so now let's go to... Sorry, I've got a phone over there and people are messaging me. Oh no, hold on. I gotta pick all these things up. Okay, so now let's go to cards. So I got that out of the way. I wrote it down what I was supposed to be talking about. Okay. All right. Because I got the emails for several weeks and I wanted to answer things because just so you guys know, maybe some of you are from a small town or you're from an area where maybe this stuff just isn't discussed. So it's kind of like spiritual awakening. When I was having all my spiritual awakenings, I did not know that this was a thing. I had no idea about the metaphysical. I grew up in a Jehovah's Witness family. In fact, we didn't really talk about the angels very much at all. Yeah, occasionally we would mention the angels, but we didn't, mention them by name. That wasn't a thing, but I was having the angels coming to me and I could feel them and see them and I was, so I'm like, whoa, what the hell is this? And then my psychic abilities, which were always there, but they were coming in stronger. And I'm like, this is deja vu. Like literally just had a vision of someone doing this. And then it happened 30 minutes later. So I'm just like, okay, what's going on here? I'm getting a little nervous. And then other encounters that I had, the colors, the healing, me getting my Reiki master, so many things, but I didn't know the term Reiki. I knew I was a healer, but I didn't know that Reiki was a term. I did not know light worker was a term. I did not know, nobody told me that the angels had colors and symbol. I didn't know anything about orbs. I didn't know anything about that. I always had mediumship, but like I mentioned so many times, growing up in a Jehovah's Witness family, my grandmother told me not to talk. Don't mention those things. Don't repeat what I've seen or heard. Just don't talk about it. We don't do those things in this house. So, I kind of suppressed it until I could not. And then, like, I literally saw these terms. I was able to Google. So a lot of people don't even know what words to Google to even find this information. So I'm happy to help out. I hope what I've just said the past 24 minutes has been helpful to any of you, to even one person. So they were, okay. Okay, I also want to talk about one more thing real quick about being broke and then the ego. Okay, So as I mentioned before, successful people are willing to do things that unsuccessful people are not willing to do. For example, let's say somebody has no money, you know, they hate their financial situation. They're like, why can't I get out of this financial mess? Well, how about you get a job? Oh, no, no, no. I'm not working at McDonald's. I'm not working at Burger King. I'm not going to sweep a floor. I'm not going to be a landscaper. I'm not going to do this. Well, then you're never going to have money. That's your ego. Your ego is telling you that you're too good to work at McDonald's. That's not realistic. I know several successful people that work at McDonald's. They drive better cars than I do, and I drive a pretty good car. Again, not tooting my own horn, but I mean, so it's the ego that's going to stop you from succeeding. If you have the mindset of, I'm too good for a job like that, I'm too good for a job like this, then you're never going to make it. I literally walked through Walmart parking lots selling Mary Kay, going up to people and asking them if they want to buy my makeup. You know how embarrassing that is? But I wanted to succeed. I knew I had rent to pay. I knew I had bills to pay. I knew I was a single mother at the time of a special needs child. I just had one child at the time. I knew that while he was in school, I had to hurry up and try to make some money. I had to hurry up and try to get it. I even started a food business on the side from my house where I offered 6 menu items, and I would deliver them to different apartment complexes back when I lived in Texas. This was when my oldest was a baby, when he was little. I mean, I did a lot of things that other people would not be willing to do. So if you're going to make it in this world, you have to be willing to do things that you would not do. Another thing I want to say on this, it's very offensive to me when I hear people bad-mouthing immigrants, illegal immigrants, documented. It's really offensive to me because I get my inspiration from them. 100%. They come here, they don't speak English, they open up businesses all by themselves. There's a lot of lies going around saying that they get public assistance and they're doing this and they're doing that. The only ones I've ever seen were the ones that were on the side of the road selling fruits and vegetables, detailing cars, having a mobile mechanic business from their vehicle, going to people's houses and fixing people's vehicles on the spot at their houses, working 24/7. People landscaping, people standing outside of Home Depot trying to work. So it's I don't know. I just find it offensive because people are like, I would never stand outside of Home Depot. I'm too good. Okay, so these people are working and they're no good, saying that they're stealing your jobs, but you won't do the jobs that they're willing to do. So you can't have it both ways. Are they on public assistance or are they working their asses off on the street? Can't have it both ways. Those are opposite things. Can't be both ways. And every time I've ever been in a jam, guess who was the first people to help me? Those people. So that's why I get so freaked out. And you can't mention them around me. You can't say anything bad about those people around me at all, ever. I'll freak out. Some of you have learned the hard way. All right, so I feel like I've touched on everything. I mean, there's a lot more, but we're already 30 minutes in. Okay, so let's do these. Let's start with the shapeshifter. All right, so I hope what I've said was helpful to some of you, because I do want these readings or these Sunday messages to be somewhat educational, since I don't have time during the week to do that. So the Sunday messages for November 28th, 2021 for the collective. What messages do they need to know? What messages? Okay. Okay. All right, so we got hedgehog love, positive, uplifting new friends. So some of you may be making new friends that are different or associating with people that are overly positive. Well, not overly, but very, very positive. They look on the bright side. The cup is half full. Maybe some of you are trading negative friends for positive friends. For some of you, you're becoming your own best friends. You're wanting to become a part of a group, an organization, or some like-minded people. You're finding people that are like-minded, and it's making a big difference on you personally, internally, physically, in every way. Now, 2 kittens, you must choose. So for some of you, maybe you've got several pets and you have to move somewhere and you got to choose, or this could be choosing friends, choosing your associations. I kind of pick up that it's more about associations because we have the unending sadness of looking back, endless regret, obsessive grief, replaying the past, negative nostalgia. So for some of you, You might decide that you have to cut certain associations so that you can find new associations. Some of you might be, unfortunately, there is trauma. So some of you maybe you keep replaying a traumatic event in your head. You keep replaying somebody betraying you. You keep replaying a time when you were very, very sad, a time when life was not good. We are also talking about grief here, so there could be a lot of grieving that's going on right now. We do have COVID and so many, I mean, the numbers, just, oh. I know we're not allowed to say that word on YouTube, but just, I do readings for so many people, and it just seems like at least once every 3 days, somebody I do a reading for, they tell me that somebody, like, in their house has passed away from COVID, and I'm just like, oh. And a lot of them are vaccinated that pass away from COVID. So, I mean, I'm not trying to sway anybody either way, but it's just scary because you know, you would think that that would be, you know, helpful. Maybe it is. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. You know, follow what the doctors are saying, of course. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical doctor. So do what you feel is right. So for some of you, yeah, you're grieving. You got some problems. You got some problems. Speaking of Reiki videos, if you guys look on YouTube, there's free Reiki videos for guilt, for grief, for heartbreak, for moving on from the past, for getting over betrayal. Pretty much there's a Reiki video for everything. There's a Reiki video for weight loss, for, you know, to find true love, to remove blocks to your love life, to clear your chakras, your aura. You know, there's Reiki videos for everything. So, let's see what else. Brother Raccoon, a safe place for you to go. So if some of you feel like there's nowhere for you to go, you don't feel safe, you don't feel welcomed, you don't feel like you belong, the universe is going to provide a safe place for you to go. And fours, in case you guys don't know, symbolize stability. Kind of like a table, 4 legs, it's stable. Also, fours symbolize Archangel Michael. So if you guys are praying or wishing, or you feel unsafe, or you feel like, man, if I leave this person, I'll have nowhere to go. Great, I just lost my job. I don't know what I'm going to do. Of course, be proactive, but stay in prayer because your prayers are being answered. All right, so now I want to move on to another deck. Okay. Oh, I also want to say hi to my haters. Thank you for helping my algorithm. So I have people that are haters that like watch my channel and they like hate watch and stuff. I just want to say thank you and love you long time for helping me. And of course, thank you to the people that appreciate me and are kind to me every day, which, I mean, you can't even put that on a scale. The scale just goes bam, right to the floor if you weigh the people who appreciate me and the people who are kind to me. So I just have my few little psychotic haters, but just hey haters. All right, so for the collective for November 28th, 2021, for the collective, what messages does Spirit have for the collective? So these have reversed meanings as well. So so the other one only has upright meanings, whether it's in reverse or not. So if something does go in the reverse, I'm gonna have to go to the book. Okay. Okay. So we have carouser and carouser. I think I got this a few weeks ago as well. Discovery, inquiry, weirdness, and curiosity. If there's a subject that you are, you know, you're kind of curious about, some of you are going to decide to go research it, to learn more, to figure some things out. Maybe something's resonating with you. Maybe you heard something, or, you know, you're like, wow, oh, that's what it is. Oh, okay, that's it. So you guys are going to be discovering something that is near and dear to your heart, or you were hoping. I pick up spiritual teacher. So maybe some of you are going to learn so much knowledge that you will become spiritual teachers yourself. You always knew that it was your calling, and now you're going to figure that out. Now we have uncertainty. Choose who you will become. So some of you are kind of 1 foot in the past and 1 foot in what will be the future. So you're going to need to choose who you're going to become. Are you going to stay back? Do you need more time, or can you move forward now? Spirit saying, it's your time now. Wake up. No, no more of the past stuff. Get out of that. Move on from that. So whether this is a person, a place, a thing, a thought process, a mindset. As I mentioned before, I guess if I can recall the book that I read years ago that pretty much changed my life, by Larry DeAngie. It's a self-help book. Our thoughts are, I believe it was 85% negative. So every thought that we have is 85%. Our thoughts are 85% negative. So if you're at the grocery store and you see somebody looking at you, you automatically think they're looking at you because of something negative. They're judging your hair, they're judging your makeup, they're judging your shoes, they're judging you, they're looking at you like you're trash. That's how I used to think before I read that book. Like, I would literally think that way. Now I'm just like, oh, they admire me. Oh, they think I'm great. Yeah. Because I know that everybody's thoughts are 85% negative. So you have to retrain your brain. So let's say somebody calls you on the phone. Most of us will be like, oh no, why are they calling? They're calling to tell me something bad. I know it. Because our thoughts, so I read this book like 20 years ago. So with the way the world is now, maybe our thoughts are 99% negative. But that retrained my brain to look on, of course my grandma did and things like that, but what really got me, pushed me over the edge of positivity was that book. So for some of you, maybe, that's what you need to move on from. Something about the past. You need to move on from those thought processes. You need to move on. Maybe people were looking at you that way and they even verbally said that to you. Are those the people you need to be around? Are those the people you should associate with? Should you force feed yourself negative people? Should you make friends with your enemies? Is that who you should be inviting to your birthday parties? Is that who you should have on your Facebook to watch everything that you do? Are people that hate your guts? Should you do that? Is that helping you in some way, or is that sending the evil eye? Wake up. It's your moment. So back in 2015, I had 5,000 friends on my Facebook. 5,000 friends on my Facebook. And then one day I decided that I had to delete everybody. I deleted everybody until I had no friends on Facebook. And then a year later, I added one. I still was posting. I was still posting. Then I added one. Then I decided to add two. At one point, I had 9 friends on Facebook. Now I'm down to 5. Because I go by energy. So for some of you, maybe you need to do that with your circle of friends. Maybe you need to go ghost for a little while and figure out who you're going to become. Do I really fit in with these associations? Are these people, do I still resonate with these people? Do I still resonate with these beliefs? You have to ask yourself that. Do I need to take a step back and think about things for a while? So Spirit is asking you guys to do this because you're about to be a part of bigger, better things. So, I think that's good. I was about to say something. I forgot what it was. I lost my train of thought. It was kind of important. What was I about to say? So my sister-in-law, she was going to this church. And I don't know how much I should say. A little nervous. I don't know, I shouldn't spill the beans. So she was going to this church that my grandma also went to and that I used to go to as a kid. So my sister-in-law is like the best Jehovah's Witness ever. Like, she is like the best Jehovah's Witness ever. Ever. Like, she's witnessing to everybody, putting out the pamphlets, studying the Bible with the kid. Like, my sister-in-law is like the best Jehovah's Witness there is. She really is truly what they teach. She actually practices it. But there was a certain person in the congregation that was like harassing her, a girl, and was even making up lies about her. So she would like be constantly asking my sister-in-law like personal questions on Facebook. Like my sister-in-law was like, why do you keep asking me all these weird questions? You're making me uncomfortable. And then she wouldn't respond. So the girl was like, I'm going to go to, I think she did. She went to the elders and like complained about my sister-in-law not wanting to be best friends with her. My sister-in-law doesn't even know her. She just went to the congregation. Like they don't even know each other like that. So this girl then was like, she wrote to my sister-in-law and said, well, if you're not going to talk to me, I'm just going to go to the elders and say that you were at the bar drinking. My sister-in-law doesn't do that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with going to bars or drinking, but just my sister-in-law, she doesn't do that. She's not like that. She's not like that. So, I mean, at all. I mean, she literally divorced her husband because she's such a good Jehovah's Witness. Knew he wasn't going to get on the right path, so she divorced him. She divorced my brother because she knew it didn't go together. So my sister-in-law literally stopped going to the Kingdom Hall, stopped going to the congregation, stopped. Yeah, COVID hit, but before COVID hit, she stopped because she was getting harassed by this person. So my sister-in-law literally had to like think about her associations and decide, is this helping me or is this hurting me? So for some of you, maybe you have to do the same thing. I'm not saying about religion. I mean, it could be about a religion, but it might be about something else. But sometimes maybe, you know, it's not so much the whole, but maybe it's one bad apple that you have to stay away from that's ruining it for you. So maybe some of you have a friend that was your best friend for years and they were fine for like 10, 20 years, but the past 3 years they've been draining, they've been terrible. You have to decide if you're going to associate with them or move on. Maybe some of you are making new friends that don't get along with your old friends, and you might have to decide which group you're going to hang out with. This old group, do they take me closer to my purpose or further away from? This new group, do they take me further away from my purpose or closer to it? So for some of you, you may have to cut ties and associations. I use examples to kind of, because I don't think I articulate very well, so that's why I use examples and stories. It might be a part of my dyslexia or it might not be. I don't know, but that's how I do things. All right. I didn't say her name, so I have several sister-in-laws, so you guys probably don't know which one. And if you do, keep it to yourself. All right. But yeah, she's so nice. I mean, she's a really good person. But anyway. All right, as of November 28th, 2021, for the collective, what messages does Spirit have for the collective? And then I think I'm going to use the rest of the time just to do the tarot cards, because I know you guys want the tea. Okay. So we have Violet Duchess, stifled, bored, and stuck. Some of you are stuck on a hamster wheel. You want to get out. You don't know what to do next. You're like, what? Okay, where do I go from here? I've got nothing to do. I'm staring at the walls. Don't have love, don't have money, don't have anything. Or maybe you do have love and money, but you're still bored. So find your calling. Find what you need. Get what you need. What are you hungry for? What is it that you need? Find your muse. Find out what, you know, do you need to paint? Is that what would make you happy? Is it contacting your ex-boyfriend or your ex-girlfriend? Figure out what would make you thrive and what would make you happy. Now, some of you are empty nesting and you can be bored. Yeah. So some of you might, you know, your kids are going off to college. All you know is being a parent, and now, you know, you still are a parent, but you're just parenting in a different way. And maybe some of you don't know what to do with yourselves. Join a yoga class. If you don't have a yoga class, look at a YouTube video. YouTube literally has everything. You guys can learn how to ballroom dance from YouTube. Like if you guys ever say you're bored, get on YouTube and find a topic, a hobby. You know, not everybody on YouTube is a tarot reader, as you guys know. Maybe you guys want to talk politics. Maybe you guys want to debate. Maybe you guys want to talk hair and makeup. Maybe you guys want to talk about empty nesting. Maybe you want to talk about aging. You know, maybe you want to talk about all of those things. Do it. Like, do whatever you want to do to kind of bring out that fire in you. Now we have Mend a Broken Heart Fairy. Healing from heartache. So some of you are brokenhearted. You either broke up with someone, got divorced, ended something. So you guys are healing. And the Mend a Heart Fairy comes when, okay, so as these cards are being drawn, what happens is it's basically saying that you have something, you know, something with you that's trying to help you. So you have a Mend a Heart fairy that's with you trying to help you. And I know for some of you guys are going to be like, Jamie, fairies aren't real. They are real. Yes, they are. They are. They are. Anytime somebody says things aren't real, I kind of just like kind of giggle to myself because I'm like, God made the heavens, the moon, the stars. You don't think he made, you think that we are the masterpiece? You really think so? There are angels that can take human form and mate with earth, with humans. So you don't think a fairy can exist? You don't remember the story of Goliath? Those were fallen angels that took human form and mated with women. That's a wild story. I think that's a more wild story than a fairy. I think that's a more wild story than aliens. I mean, there's proof that there's there's proof. So but I know for some of you think that it's just us. It's just humans. We're the work of art. But anyway, so there's a Mend a Heart fairy that's helping you. Of course, I'm not telling anybody what to believe. You guys believe whatever you want to believe. If you really think that we're the best thing he ever made, good for, I mean, dinosaurs, for goodness sakes. There were dinosaurs. Okay, so Mend a Heart fairy. So if you guys are dealing with heartbreak, Mend a Heart fairy is willing to help you. And then we have Fairy of the Green World. The natural world needs you. So what this means is whatever you have to offer the world, they need you. Some of you, maybe you're vegan and you want to teach about being vegan. Maybe some of you are vegetarians and you want to teach about vegetarians. Maybe some of you want to teach about human rights, animal rights. Maybe some of you are hunters and you want to teach people how to hunt, how to cut up their meat, whatever that may be. These are things that people, you know, some people really need to know. These are important things. Maybe somebody doesn't know how to hunt and, you know, they don't have anybody to help them. Maybe you guys can teach that. Your teachings are needed, in whatever area that means. Maybe you're needed to teach the Bible and preach about God. Wherever you fall in, with whatever category you fall in. Maybe you want to teach self-worth. Maybe you want to teach about narcissism. Whatever that may be, the natural world needs you. The world needs you. And it doesn't have to always be about vegan or vegetarian or anything like that. So I'm going to say something, which, I mean, whatever. Has anybody noticed that meat tastes really weird the past few years? Like, it tastes really weird. It's got a weird taste to it. Like, I like literally take a bite and I have to spit it out. So I'm not sure what kind of meat it is, but I'm starting to wonder if ground beef is really ground beef, and I'm starting to wonder if brisket is really brisket. I'm starting to just wonder, you know? Kind of like when you eat Chinese food and you're like, this tastes a little funny. That's how I feel like with the meat when you buy it from the grocery store. It tastes a little funny. I don't know. Has anybody else noticed? I'm not saying it's cat, but it might be something else. I'm starting to wonder. So write in the comment section if you guys have been wondering about the meat for the past years. So, yeah. So let me move on to tarot cards now. Just food for thought. I mean, of course a turkey is really a turkey. Yes, but I'm just like wondering like about the ground beef and stuff. I did buy brisket and it had a whole bunch of valves in it, and it just, you know how brisket is like stringy? I bought some and I was like, okay, I don't know what this is, but it wasn't, I don't think it was really brisket. Okay, so anyway, enough of that. Okay, for the collective, for the messages for November 28th, 2021 for the collective, what messages does Spirit have for them? What messages do they need to know? What messages? Okay, Magician. Okay, so there's spells going on. There's witchcraft going on. There could be shut up spells going on, stuff to make you be quiet, stuff to make you not talk, stuff to make you not realize what's going on around you. So you could have somebody who's cheating on you and they go to somebody to make it so that you don't see what they're doing. Also, this could be maybe somebody doesn't want your ex to reach out to you. So there could be a spell going on to block that contact. There could also be something with an ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, to stop an ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, ex-wife, ex-girlfriend from reconciling. Somebody wants someone to get a divorce or break up or stay permanently broken up, or, you know, just decide to get divorced and be divorced instead of reconciling. I do see that there's an energy here where somebody is they've been thinking every day to contact, like, I want to call my ex and reconcile. You know, I better just go back to my ex. I better just make my marriage work. But whatever this witchcraft or candles or whatever this may be that somebody's doing is causing someone to not do that. Also, to make somebody disgusted with their spouse, like to make somebody be like, I'm not attracted. I don't want to. Something else like that. Could even be like a spell to make somebody, you know what I mean? Let me see what else. Okay, so there is also investigations going on. Either somebody's investigating you or your surroundings or the people nearby, law enforcement. Could be a detective, could be law enforcement, could be an undercover scheme. There could be somebody working with an undercover here. Somebody could be working with an undercover. I'm also getting the energy. This could be a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius, but this is also just censorship. So this could be like a phone being tapped. This could be surveillance. Maybe somebody's just sitting outside your house, or they're sending people to go talk to you, sending people to go, you know, deal with you, to like informants kind of thing. Let's see what else. Protect yourself, defend yourself. So, when I do this, I'm neutral. I'm not on anybody's side. I'm just giving messages. So I'm not encouraging people to go out and commit crimes. I'm not giving, you know, tips on that. I'm just saying, just reading the cards, whatever messages have for spirit, whatever spirit messages have for you guys out there. So just so that people aren't like, what, like, why is she trying to help the bad side? Okay. And I know most of you know, because you know what this is, but there's a lot of people that are watching my channel that are new to this. They don't know what's going on. Okay. Somebody who cheated on you, somebody that you guys ended it with, somebody who broke up with you, they want to come back to you. But somebody's blocking this connection. Somebody could be saying, I'm going to put you on child support if you get back together with your ex. Or you know, the car you're driving, I'm going to take it away. I'm going to get you fired from your job. There's somebody that's doing something, manipulating the situation to get someone to not get back together with their ex. Somebody wants to be with their ex for the holidays. The Lovers and the Ace of Pentacles. Somebody's holding this over someone's head. Money. So like, let's say somebody was like, sure, I'll get you a car. I'll put it in my name and you can just make the payments. But if, you know, oh, I got you the car now. If you leave me, I'm just going to take my car back and you're not going to have transportation anymore. Or I'm not going to pay bills, or I'm going to leave you stuck here. Oh, you signed a lease? I'm going to just walk away and ruin your credit. So there's something going on here about some money. Somebody prefers to be with someone, but somebody has leverage. There's some kind of leverage here. So they're not even making contact. Somebody's told them, if you make contact, I'm going to do you in. This might even be somebody that says, like, I'm going to call the police and say you did something to me or my kids if you leave. Like, whoever this person is, they're like threatening a lot. This is, if you guys don't know, this is usually jail or, you know, stay quiet, like retreat, go hide out. Four of Wands. The Empress and the Star. Yeah, some of you have kids with somebody and they're not making a move. They're not talking to you. They're because of somebody else. Now let's talk about something else. Okay, I do see that for some of you, if you were like desperately looking for an apartment, looking for a place to live, in the next 4 days or on the 4th of December is when you're gonna hear back about a prospected place, apartment, a house, a prospected place, or you're gonna, if you applied for something, you're gonna get an approval. So if you went from being unsure of where you're going to live, you're going to be positive about where you're going to live. Now, some of you do have a pregnancy. There could be a loss with a pregnancy. It could be a loss because you don't want to be pregnant anymore, or a loss because of your, you know, your body rejecting it. I'm also seeing that for others of you, if you did have a loss in a pregnancy, whether it be by choice or not, and you're pregnant again, the baby in your stomach is the baby that you got rid of, or the baby that you miscarried with. So it's the same one. You're having the baby reincarnated back. So it's the same one. Let me see what else. Got the Six of Pentacles here. Also, some of you, you guys have an epiphany on how to make money, a money-making idea. Don't tell people what you're doing because people are going to be haters, but this is going to be very lucrative. It's going to make you a lot of money. 70s. Some of you were meant to be born in the 60s and 70s. Some of you are flowered children, I'm getting. Some of you are flowered children, but also you're meant to be, you're a witch. You are a witch in every lifetime. And you're meant to be this lifetime, but people deny you, or you're worried about what other people will think. I don't know where that came from, but that's for somebody. You have a supportive mother. So whoever this is, I don't know if your mom's, you know, 80 and you're like 50. I don't know, or if you're young or what. But it's saying a mom supports you. A mom is supporting you. I'm also seeing somebody wearing like a headdress, like a, not with the feathers, but like the head dress thing. In a past life, some of you were like a Native American princess or Native American royalty. Could be, you know, could be whether it be the United States or a different country, but it's like indigenous, Native American, whatever they may be called, wherever you're from. Okay. Yeah. All right, so now we got also some of you can read the stars. Like how I read tarot cards, you guys can read the stars that way, or the clouds that way. Okay, so now there is a Cancer, Pisces, or a Scorpio that's going to pay up. If somebody owes you money, could be a man or a woman, they're about to pay you your money. They're paying up. I feel like law enforcement is making them pay. Could be a judgment, or it could be child support. Somebody's going to support their child, or they're being forced to support. I also feel like for some of you, you need to pay a lawyer, but you won't have to pay your lawyer much longer because the case will be done soon. About 3 more weeks. 3 more weeks. We also have the Ten of Swords here. Some of you have surgery in about 3 weeks. 3 weeks to 3 months. You got some surgery, or you had surgery in October, and you're going to start feeling better in about 3 weeks. Some of you have weight loss surgery scheduled, or you just had weight loss surgery. It's saying it will go fine, but you need to rest. You can't overdo it. It looks like it's going to go well. Let me see what else. I see some of you like trying to laugh because you're so happy and so excited, but like you're hurt because you just had surgery, and you're like, oh my God, I did it. And you're like trying to be, but then you're like, ow. Okay, Justice. All right, karma. What about it? Mistake, okay. Somebody was doing identity theft, mistaken identity. Somebody was confusing you for someone else, but you're going to make it right. Somebody maybe used your name on something, forged your name, but somebody's going to make it right. It's going to go to court, or law enforcement's going to, yeah, somebody made a mistake. Somebody lied. Judgment card in the reverse. Somebody assumed you were someone. Maybe they didn't even know, but they assumed. So it's sort of like bearing false witness. You know, I saw Bob at the grocery store. He was the one that robbed the grocery store. But Bob was out of state for the past 6 months, so it couldn't have been Bob. So somebody's going to fix, so you're being accused of something you didn't do, or something, there's a misunderstanding. It's going to get fixed this week. This week. 4 of Pentacles. Yeah, you won't have to pay something. So you won't be held, like, you won't be held on something that's false. So there could be like a warrant out for your arrest, but like they got the wrong person, or misunderstanding. So it's saying you won't be held. It's going to be over with. 5 of Swords. It's going to be over and done with. I also feel like whoever your enemies are, whoever did this to you, they're going to get caught. Okay, so let's say for some of you, maybe it is a robbery or a theft, but for others of you, it could be like somebody like falsely filing unemployment in your name. and then like you got like a fraud case or something, they're coming after you. You never did this, you never received the money. I mean, that's not even your bank account, that kind of thing. So the truth is going to come out. Yeah, Knight of Swords. This is going to get squashed. So if this is you or you think it's you, you should really do your homework. Contact whoever and say, hey, listen, I think this is going on. It's not me. Just heads up. Two of Swords. Yeah, you have to. So now there's a Gemini, Libra, or an Aquarius. Could be their sun, their moon, or their rising, or their energy. They want to make a decision to be with you now. Also a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. And then look what we have. We got the devil at the bottom of the deck. That represents Capricorn. That's not me saying it represents that. That's tarot law. It represents a Capricorn. So a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, I feel like is head over heels in love with someone. I feel like they're head over heels in love with either their boyfriend or their husband. And they act like they hate their guts. Like, I don't care if you stay or go. I don't care what happens to you. Just stay away from me. But like, they're like in love with you and they don't want to be without you. But I guess that's just their personality. Maybe they've been hurt in the past, so they like try to push people away. So like, for example, that saying, a man should always love the woman more than the woman loves the man. So this Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo might be like, oh no, like the last time I fell in love like this, or the last time I loved somebody this much, they walked all over me. They broke my heart. I can't let it show this time. No repeat of history. So someone's playing a little bit of psychological games only to protect themselves. But if you're wondering if they love you or not, they love you, but they might fight with you all the time and tell you that they want you to leave or that they want to break up with you. They don't want you to go anywhere. They love you. Okay. Okay, so now I'm getting some other energy. Okay, somebody was like, somebody was dating somebody. This could have been recently, this could have been years ago. Somebody was dating somebody and then they, oh man, this is like so Jerry Springer. They went out, they had a one-night stand and got the person pregnant that they had the one-night stand with. They broke up with their girlfriend or boyfriend. And they like created a family and a life with the third party, with the one-night stand. But like every day they think about the person that they cheated on, and every day they think about what life would be like if they were back with that person. They feel like they would have had a better life. But I feel like maybe they never say it. But I feel like the person that the one-night stand that they're with, they know that this person would have preferred to be with the other person. So like this person, I feel like they're going to wait until kids are older, a little bit older, and then they're going to reunite with the person that they really, really want. Everybody's going to be shocked. Everyone is going to think this is like a spur of the moment thing, but no, they're going back to where their heart is. That's where their heart really is. There is that saying, you lose them how you got them. So I'm hearing that really loud in my head. You lose them how you got them. So if this fits your story, depending on what side you're on, like I'm not judging anybody, but dang. That's karma. Okay, so I want to pull a few more cards. So we do have the Ace of Cups here. So this is pure bliss, pure happiness. So let me add on and see what that means, what they're talking about here. For the collective for November, for November 28th, 2021 to carry over for the week. The messages for the collective. You guys have inheritance. You have some sort of money coming in. This could even be, unfortunately, life insurance, inheritance, like child support money, a judgment, some money that's owed to you. You got that coming this week? Or you're going to hear very, very good news about this money. The Death card, the end of it, a transformation. Let me see. The Hermit. The Hermit. There could be, yeah, somebody that you guys broke up with. Could be a Virgo or a Scorpio, or this could be their sun, their moon, their rising, or their energy. They're lurking behind the scenes. They're watching you, paying attention to what you do. They may even ask people about you. So this could be somebody that, you know, you guys broke up with, somebody that you don't talk to on a daily basis, somebody that maybe you think forgot about you. They didn't forget about you. They didn't forget about you. Okay, I don't know what this means, but I just heard the red-headed Leo. Do some of you know a red-headed Leo? The red-headed Leo. So when I said somebody acts like they forgot about you and they moved on from you, but they're lurking, then I heard the red-headed Leo. But just keep in mind, these cards represent Scorpio and Virgo. So maybe Scorpio Virgo is watching a red-headed Leo, or a red-headed Leo is watching somebody else out there. So let's see. Maybe that means something to you. This doesn't necessarily have to be something bad. I just heard red-headed Leo. So there could be a red-headed Leo watching me. There could be, you know, a red-headed Leo that has a crush on some of you out there, or that maybe you're going to marry. So we'll just see what else the cards want to say. The Page of Wands. Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. That's what this represents. So red-headed Leo or Sagittarius or Aries, they're about to message you. They're about to message you, write you a note, write you a letter, send you a text message. They're about to reach out to you. Let's see what else. It's a Leo. The Sun card represents a Leo. So if you guys wanted to hear from a Leo, oh, and look what's trying to peek out. The Page of Swords. That's a stalking and spying card. We're going to put it back in, but yeah. So a red-headed Leo is going to call or text some of you. Like literally, this means Leo. Literally, this means Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. This means reaching out. It's literal. Okay, so let's see what else for Spirit. Or for the collective from Spirit. What else? What else? Conflict, competition, drama. So for some of you, this could be their sun, their moon, their rising, right? Because I'm talking to a lot of people out there. So if you don't know what your sun, your moon, or your rising is, you should probably try to figure that out. It might be helpful to you, maybe not, whatever you want to do. Okay, so there could be competition with this person. So let's say this person was like a serial cheater. Let's say this is the person that you used to date, you used to live with, you had kids with, you used to be married to, or you just dated. This person was always cheating on you, lying, making you look stupid. I feel like this person, they know what they did, and they know that they did wrong things, and they know that you're moving on or that you moved on, but they're going to be trying to call you and make excuses. They could be making excuses like, oh, I want to see my kid, or I was just worried about you, or I've been hearing stories about you. So that could be one scenario, but another scenario, maybe somebody thinks that you have a lot of options and they were a little bit reluctant to step forward because they were worried that maybe you have so many options that, you know, why would you deal with them? Like, but they're about to make their move either way. So let's get a few more. Excuse me. But money is looking good for you guys this week. Let me see. Either money or an idea that's going to draw in a lot of money, a lot of cash. The Knight of Wands. So somebody could be moving. Somebody could be dealing with immigration issues. Somebody could be traveling or changing residence. Could be a Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. Again, Wands represent fire. Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries, and or action. And then we got the King of Wands. So we got the whole suit. Or at least the court cards. So there could be somebody telling you that they're moving. There could be somebody finding their divine counterpart. Okay. But I'm going to tell you right now, you know, I'm trying to find the positive here. But what I'm getting is this fire sign did somebody really, really dirty, or somebody did this fire sign really, really dirty. Somebody was done dirty, like the dirtiest of the dirty. Somebody's been trying to hurt somebody. All of a sudden, someone's woken up now and they're like, dang, I want my ex back. Dang, I love my ex. But you did all these bad things. Why would your ex ever, like, what? Like, if this is a Leo, like, no offense to Leos out there, but I personally would never, like, I would never date a Scorpio. I would never date a Gemini. I would never date a Taurus. And I would never date a Leo. I have my reasons. I mean, but maybe I'm personally am not compatible with those signs, but maybe other signs are, because it's different for everybody. But I personally would never, but I do know if you're with a good Leo, you will have the best life ever. If you're with a good Leo, that's life-changing. Like you would like literally live happily ever after. But if you have a bad Leo, you won't have a day of peace. They won't allow it. They will not allow it. Like they will ruin you. They will push you over the edge. I've seen it. So just for some of you, I feel like maybe you've had dealings with the bad kind. So whoever this terrible Leo is, they want to now reconcile with you. They're going to be making excuses as to call you, why they have to come over. I want to see my kid. I can come over if I want. No, they want to see you. They don't care. They don't care to see any kids. They just want to use kids against you. They don't have time for kids. For kids, what are they going to do with kids? This situation, I'm not saying all Leos are that way. I'm just talking about this scenario here that I'm seeing. I also feel like if they were like living with someone, I feel like that person kicked them out. That person wasn't putting up with their crap and they kicked them out. They're out. So that's why they're trying to get back in your good graces. Also, I feel like because maybe some of you got in a good relationship now, they want to ruin your stability. They don't want you to be happy. Yeah, the Fool card. They're freaking out. They don't know what to do. They should have just stayed with you. They want to reconcile. They should have just stayed with you in the beginning. This person chose sex, drugs, and rock and roll over you. And now they want to come back. So again, this doesn't have to be a Leo. This could be the energy. So for example, if I was doing like a personal reading, a one-on-one, it would be a fire sign. But because I'm doing readings for all of you out there, this could be their sun, their moon, or their rising. So I'm going to call it quits here. I hope you guys have an amazing week. I hope you guys had a great Thanksgiving. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can check out the website, jamiezebra23.com. My readings are done in 24 to 72 hours after purchase. If you don't want to wait that long, you can order a same-day reading. I also have 2 other tarot card channels. It's Missing in Action Tarot and Jamie Zebra 23 Tarot. I am available 365 days a year, 7 days a week. That includes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. All holidays, every day. Yep. Jamiezebra23.com to talk for now. Love you long time.